Hi everyone, it's V from Motherhood with Me, and I just wanted to do a really quick pep talk because I think postpartum reality can be really difficult and you can feel like you're drowning in it in the moment. And even now, 13 weeks on, I had to give myself a little pep talk, and I thought I was going to do the same for everyone else. So, number one, your postpartum reality is not forever. So it can be really difficult when you're living in it to think, oh my God, like everything's going to hurt forever, but it's not. I know it's really frustrating to hear, but time is a great healer, and generally time does heal most wounds. So try not to freak out straight away, and try to have faith that time is a good healer. Time, rest, and just looking after yourself. And you know, it's not forever. I remember thinking like I was too young to need incontinence pants, but really, you know, birth is a huge trauma for your muscles. Your muscles need time to recover, to strengthen. So you just have to think of it as it's not forever. It's not your reality. It's just for the meantime. Number two, you are not a burden. I spent like hours worrying that I was just the biggest burden to my family after giving birth. Firstly, I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't get in the shower. I couldn't get myself dressed. And then on top of all of that, I was crying all the time. So if I wasn't needed to be helped physically, I was needing to be comforted emotionally. And I just felt like the biggest burden, but I couldn't do anything about it. And it was particularly difficult because I'm really used to being like independent, so I just hated that. But you are not a burden. You've been through something major, like equivalent to some like major operations where people are told to relax and rest and be looked after, and we're not. So you are not a burden, and don't ever think that you are. Number three, you cannot compare yourself to other people. I remember getting so frustrated because I was like, Kate Middleton gave birth and just walked out in front of all the paparazzi. She was fine. You see celebrities like on the beach a few days after giving birth, or even just people you know on Instagram. But what you see is not necessarily their reality. I'm guilty of it. I was posting like pictures where I looked so happy and so with it, and the reality was I didn't leave the house for weeks, and all the pictures I took were just sat on the sofa, and I was really struggling. So you cannot compare yourself to other people. I kept thinking, you know, I know so many people who've given birth and they were fine, but really when I thought about it, I didn't necessarily see them for months, or they came back after a year on maternity leave, and you don't actually know what's been going on in that time. So please don't compare yourself to other people. Number four, nothing is embarrassing. Do not be embarrassed. I was thinking about this the other day. Men happily talk about pooing and farting all day long, and if, God forbid, you happen to miss them poo or fart, they will tell you that they have just pooed or farted. And after birth there can be loads of things that seem embarrassing, incontinence issues, or you know, prolapse or bleeding, or whatever it is. It's not embarrassing. You've just birthed a human being, and you know your body's going to need to recover, and yeah, you might have a few little accidents, or you might need some extra pads or pants for a little bit, and it's not embarrassing, and you shouldn't be embarrassed. And don't let anyone make you feel like you should. Number five is, it's not just you. It's so easy to think I'm the only person in the world feeling like this. And this goes not just for postpartum, but if you're up in the night feeding a baby that's screaming, it's not just you, and you're not the only one to have gone through this. And I learned this after hours and hours on Mumsnet, just thinking like, I don't know anyone who's felt like this. Am I the only one? Like, am I some weird anomaly where everything's just gone wrong? And then actually no, there's threads upon threads of people asking the exact same questions. So you are definitely not the only one feeling like this, and you won't feel like this forever. I really hope that these 5 little pointers have helped to give you a pep talk if you're currently struggling, or giving you a laugh if this was you a while ago and you're now feeling loads better, but you remember feeling these different ways. But I definitely needed this pep talk many times and still do, and I hope this helps some others as well.